we're going to be doing a lot of ES6 features, and I hope that when I say something, you're not confused about it. Uh, so, so in today's session, I'm hoping us to conclude with the basics of of JavaScript, then so that you can begin something, you can continue with React. Okay. I know I supposed to be to give a whole week of basics because I'm reviewing the basics, but the moment you feel like you want us to look at something, feel free to always go ahead and post either in a WhatsApp or in a Slack channel. You can contact me privately instead of putting a group. At least you can all be on board. As I was saying, if you feel like you want a topic to be looked at again, feel free to contact me. You can always contact me via email, Slack, or WhatsApp. I'm always available, except Sundays. Yeah, so you can always contact me. If you have issues with your code, always contact me. I'm always available. Most that help you. Yeah, so one more thing which I want to speak about was about the assignments which I gave out. For the first assignment about the blog app in JavaScript, we will look at it probably. I'm hoping maybe on Wednesday and Friday. We'll look at your replies, both with the portfolio and the blog app. And I'm sorry that I'm doing it a bit late because I was a bit busy. I had a project which I was working on, so I was taken up by it. So, but right now I think I'm almost done with it, so I'll be free. So we'll look at it, okay, and I'll see where you did wrong or you did right, so that you can all know our strengths and our weaknesses. I was hoping on Friday to put in groups, probably of 2 or 3. You will decide on how many you want, how many you're comfortable with, but probably groups of 2 or 3, maximum of 3. So that's you can start working in groups. And one more thing is because next week we will continue with our blog app and finish it up, okay? Because finish up our blog app, and then because that's the basic of React, okay? And with React, where you are right now, with the things you learned, the basics, I'm pretty sure that most of you at least can begin a small React project up and do it to the end. But I'm going to look at things like context, things like dealing with state, things with like use reducers with React, okay? A little bit of Redux, all that next week. But for this week, we just want to look at the basics, also look at assignments. And also with the assignments, you're going to also look at some of the CSS frameworks some of the React CSS frameworks that can be used, things like Materialize, things like Bootstrap. So for today, I just wanted us to have like things on the agenda, like only 3 things. The first thing is I'm going to look at the curriculum only for the front end. Then I'm going to look at the roadmap of how other front end developer you should think, okay, and mostly that. So before I begin, if you have any questions or supplements or anything you want to say, please feel free. I'll start in the next 2 minutes, so I'll give you enough time to give your opinion on what you want to be talked about, because today I won't like have too much code, but for the first few sessions, like first 30 minutes, I'm going to just look at the curriculum and the roadmap. The next 20 minutes also, we're going to just look at the assignment which I gave you real quick, and then we'll finish up, because I don't want us to not look at these things and then regret in the future, okay? So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to just give me your opinions on what you feel like should speak I should talk about, and how you are feeling with like how like any opinion or suggestion you have. So I'll give you 2 minutes so that you can do it. And if you have nothing, please thumbs up so that I can know that you are listening to me. Okay, maybe people don't want to reply or they're not listening. But anyway, I'll continue because the session is still recorded. You can always look at it later on because I don't want to wait 30 minutes just to hear replies. Maybe the internet connection is a bit slow on your side. I understand, but you're going to continue, okay? So I've shared the curriculum, and I'm sure most of you have a copy of this curriculum. I had previously had a curriculum which was a bit kind of old, so we made some new changes to accommodate the online learning sessions, and also maybe to add some to focus on, to be more focused on two stacks rather than 4 stacks. Okay, so if you look at the previous one, we had like maybe 3 weeks of Vue.js, but right now we have changed. We'll be having 5 weeks of React. Okay, that's why we are taking our time with React. We're not rushing it, so that you can all be on a level where you can feel confident in the framework. So in the library or framework, no matter what you call it, you can't debate about framework libraries right now. But by now we're going to have like 5 weeks of React. And so far we have covered around 3 weeks of React. Okay, so we are left with 2 weeks of React. Okay, but probably we can push up and have around more 3 weeks of React. Okay, so if everyone can be on board. Yeah, but for now we are left with, according to the curriculum, with the 2 weeks of React. Okay, and with the last 2 weeks of React, you're going to look at hope you can see this. Let me share this with you. So you can have. Okay. Yeah, so I hope you can see the screen, although so we're going to have hobby exercise because some of you are not seeing it. Okay. Good. Although it looks a bit off. Let's just. Good. I hope you're seeing the screen. Although it just looks a bit off. Let me just. Oh, good. Now things better. Okay. So. Oh, why is big? Okay. Sorry about this. Okay, so I think most of you have this curriculum copy because I shared it with you over the emails. Although right now it's Chrome is acting up with some bit of it. Okay, but if you follow along this PDF or this Word document or this Google Docs document, I don't want to go into the next things of things how they are called, but you can see that we are broken up the project within because you can see we have over 60 weeks. Okay, over not 60 weeks, we have 24 weeks. Okay, and at the end we have around 8 weeks for you to be able to do your final project. Okay, but you can always push back a little bit because it's suggestive. We don't actually, so the law for you to do in this weeks. Okay, don't be based on how the program will run. Okay, so within our, because right now we finish week 1 and we have to make week 4, so I left with 2 weeks. Okay, which is week 5 and week 6. Yeah, I think week 5, week 6, week 7. Yeah, I think we finish up week 5, so we have week 6 and week 7. Sorry about that. So with week 6 and week 7, we're going to look at things like working with React hooks, then look at context API, then look at Firebase. Then week 8, which is the final week of React, we're going to look at unit testing. But for now, so you just have like a clear view of where we're heading to. Okay, yeah, and if you have a suggestion that you feel like, okay, I want this to be added in the curriculum, feel free. Okay, you can always talk and readjust. And if you can always vote and say, okay, the students want this, you can always vote on it. Okay, but for now, this is a curriculum which is available, which will be following. Okay, and starting with Wednesday, we will follow this strictly to avoid us going off course. Yes, so that you can all know where we're heading to. Okay, so if maybe I go off course with a lot of other things which may not attend to the course, you can always stop me and say, okay, let's look at the curriculum, because you as the learners, it's okay for you to have input rather than you being quiet and me just running you recklessly. Okay, but that's all by now, because you can say up to week 8 we're having so up to week 9, say up to week 8 we're having React. Then week 9 you have just 1 week for Vue.js. Okay, and just a little bit introduction of Vue.js. Vue and React are almost the same, quite similar, and but React right now is it's more marketable. Okay, and that's what most stronger projects attain to. They prefer React over Vue. Yeah, so that's why we changed the curriculum to have more React and less Vue. Okay, still you can continue ahead, and after week 9 we'll look at more of Git and all the things like continuous development, integration. Okay, things like DevOps, all that. Okay, to finalize our front-end development. Okay, currently we are halfway through the program for front-end. Okay, and halfway through front-end. Then after front-end and all project management and Git workflow and DevOps, we'll be looking at by the backend. Okay, I want to go to the backend because that will be another person who will bring in the backend later on. But still, you have the curriculum with you. You can look through what will be taught. Okay, but yes, what I just want you just to have a glimpse of curriculum and see how you can follow it up. Okay, so currently right now we are on week. We should be on week. We have reached week 5 and week 6. Okay, this is week 6, but starting next week, because this week has been pushed 1 week. Okay, so starting week 6, that's when we'll look at all this. Okay, but currently for this week, it's more like I have a small week here, which is like week 5.5. Okay, which we are looking at our assignments and having a glimpse of JavaScript. Okay, looking at the basics. Okay, and that will be to add to the basics of JavaScript, which will be necessary for us to continue. Okay, I'll stop there with the curriculum. Okay, then I'll share with you another link. Okay, to yes, that's a roadmap. Okay, roadmap of front-end development. Okay, so let me share with you the link to this nice diagram. Okay, of front-end. You can see the link in the chat. I'm also open it up this side. Okay, so this is the, hope you are seeing this. Okay, this is the async roadmap by it's from GitHub, and the website is called roadmap.sh. Okay, and it's quite a detailed roadmap, okay, or chart showing you all these things that probably we will not look at all of them, but we'll take a route which will just be quite simple. Okay, and we'll try to cover most of these things, but not all of them. Okay, but currently as a developer, as a front-end developer, you should know all some of the basics. Okay, you should know how HTTP works, you should know how the internet works, you should know how the browsers work. All these things should be, as a technical person, you should know how all the things like how the internet works, what is HTTP, okay, DNS and domain names, what's hosting, all this. At least know the replies to this, okay? And like currently I know all of you know HTML, okay? I also know how to write HTML forms, and maybe some of you don't know CEO, but now CEO can be later, but at least you can know things like make layouts, like maybe CSS, okay, float, display, all that later, okay? Maybe you know a bit of because you looked at the manipulation last time, you know that, okay? This is what as you guys look at, okay? the Fetch API and Ajax, but don't look at Ajax, we'll look at Fetch API now. But as a developer, just look at Ajax. It's just necessary, okay? Because I think I would go through Ajax, but maybe I'll just show you how to do it, but I won't go into details, okay? Then of course ES6, we'll look at ES6 this week, and from Friday this week, got ES6. Yeah, at least this is the basics. This is I can say for you as a developer, know all these things at the top, okay? Then if you're continuing development, of course you learn on version control, which is Git. You learn on GitHub. But now you're using GitHub, not GitLab, you're using GitHub, okay? You know how to use Git commands together. Then after you know in Git, you say I want now grow, okay, from I want to go no more JavaScript, okay? That's why we looked at things like npm and yarn together. This will come in later, but now you're saying I'm looking at npm and yarn because looked at this too, okay? Then of course if you're continuing become more kind of front-end developer and increasing your career, you look at things like CSS architecture and preprocessors like SAS. Look at SAS, by the way. In our case, I can look at SAS, okay? Then of course this is npm and stuff, okay? We looked at all this npm and package managers. All this is relative to Node.js and npm, okay? So all this is starting from here like that and up. We'll look at that, okay? Look at all this, okay? Currently we picked up our framework towards React together, React.js. So React.js has its own kind of roadmap, but now this is just a roadmap which is like summary of all the things, okay, attending to for the development, okay? But now we took React.js. Some of you maybe do Angular, but this I will look at React, maybe a bit of Vue, but now I'm going to look at React. The React has its own things, okay? Maybe I'll share with you another roadmap of React, which is also quite huge. But all the things you can learn them, okay? You can just learn them within a short time because they're not that complicated, okay? So of course, when you look at React, okay, React will come in and of course we'll take in your our CSS framework, which is we'll look at React Strap and maybe Materialize. But we'll look at these two. You can look at these two yourself, but we'll look at React Strap and Materialize, okay? So of course, after looking at CSS frameworks, you're going to look at Jest, okay? Maybe React testing framework, only these two, okay? Probably also Enzyme. Yeah, but after that, we'll stop there, okay? But as a developer, you should go ahead as you want to increase your development career. You have to go and look at TypeScript. TypeScript is quite interesting, okay? You look at progressive web apps, okay? PWS, that's a short for progressive web apps, okay? Then of course you can continue, okay, like server-side rendering, look at GraphQL, look at all that. But by now, not as okay, you're gonna stop somewhere here, okay? Progressive web apps, that's why this topic, okay? We'll go into all this stuff, but all this stuff will come in because they're all part of development. Go look at maybe just maybe up to here, progressive web apps, okay? Yeah, because we look at GraphQL, look at REST. But for now, we are showing you, okay, how you can just look at the future, okay? But this is, I think, this is quite overwhelming because with all this is it's not kind of quite it's quite too much, okay? Yeah, but you can always go ahead and I'm going to share PDF, okay, for another source, which is quite also. Let me just check. Should be here. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah. So let me just. Yeah, so this is another one. This one's quite kind of more beautiful and scaled down, okay? And this is quite easy, okay, for you to follow. If you feel that is a bit overwhelming, okay, you can look at maybe this. Okay, so it's the same thing, okay, but this one is a mock pair. Don't give you too much details, okay. So you have to look at internet, look at HTML, look at CSS, look at JavaScript, then look at version control, which you're gonna look at later on. Look at npm and yarn, look at CSS frameworks, look at JavaScript, later, then look at hosting. That's where it ends, okay? Together. I'm going to share the PDF with you in the chat. Also share the PDF also in the Slack channel, so that you can have a copy of it. Yeah, because with this, at least you can have an overview of what you actually want to learn, rather than you just being there, without not having a plan on what you are gonna be having. Okay, not having like a roadmap. Okay, good. I'll share it via in Slack, because I think I use Google Meet, but I'll share it in Slack. Okay, and all this is just to prepare you to know what you want. Okay, at the end, know what you'll be learning. Okay, together, and to pick up some things which you might miss. Okay, because I won't give you 100% of everything. I'll give you maybe like 40%, and that 60% is up to you. That's why I will give you the fit on it. Okay, together. And if you feel like you want to go, I think this roadmap.sh is a good website for you to visualize what you want. It has even more roadmaps. Okay, it has a bunch of roadmaps. Like it has backend. It has even for React. But now, if you want to look at React, you can look at React one. Still, and yeah, and at least it tries to give you some of the fundamentals of React, some extent. Okay. But although sometimes it may be a bit kind of outdated, but this one is up to date. Okay, so it's up to date, and it shows you what we might miss. Okay, if maybe if I miss, I look at maybe use memo. You can go ahead and okay, maybe look at use memo. Okay, so maybe I miss at maybe high order components. You can look at high order components by yourself together. All this can help you. Okay, so I've shared the link to this website. Feel free to look at all this. Okay, this is quite interesting. It's quite helpful together. It helps to understand. Okay, to know where I'm heading to. Okay, together to say right now I looked at Create React app. I looked at JSX, looked at complex, looked at state, looked at condition rendering, which of course was a bit of it. Looked at this, looked at this, and looked at we haven't looked at here, but this one is something with OOP, but then look at hooks, then we'll look at context API later on. Yeah, so you guys, okay, maybe right now I'm here, let me just read ahead. Okay, maybe look at maybe use callback. Okay, later maybe look at writing my own hooks. Okay, we're not going to look at all this later on, but for now just know that for you to visualize where you're going, you have to have like a roadmap. This one gives a roadmap. Okay, and it's true for almost all like any React project. Okay, this is true for everything. Okay, so like yeah, it's true for most of the things. Okay, but if it's missing, you can contact the developer who wrote this, and of course they'll help you. Okay, because you can set against changes. Okay, send replace, and updates. It's up to you. Okay, so as a developer, you can always suggest use if you feel like you can send updates, because this is the truth, but this is just to help you. Okay, to understand where you're going. Yeah, and that's all for now. Okay, so let's go back and continue where we began. But I want us you to have at least a glimpse of this. Okay, this is too much, but I'll share with you maybe other roadmaps which are kind of a bit kind of basic. Okay, and it's good to just download this whole picture or this roadmap and have it somewhere where you're going to be looking at it one more time, so you can visualize it. Okay, so by now, if you have questions, feel free to shoot the questions. I want to help you out. See if you have suggestions or any other thing that you want to say, please feel free, like usual. since you don't have questions and I have like around 18 minutes, I'm going to just look at what I'd asked you to look at. Okay, it was assignment, and of course some of you said you did. Okay, and but by now, maybe if you did the assignment, because right now maybe I'm going to try to have what we call a live share with VS Code. Maybe first this out, then we'll try it out. Okay, so you can have something called a live share, which I found out recently. Because usually we when you're so okay, so something called live share VS Code. Go use it with like live share with VS Code. Yeah, so won't maybe use it. If it works, I want to use it, okay, and see if you can if someone has something to say. Maybe in my code you can just have like a live session and like a live experience, okay, with just Studio Code live share. Okay, but now we'll just make corrections, okay, or maybe just show you what a bit of a second and wait. Okay, but real quick, then I'll call it a day. Okay, so hope you're seeing the base code. So last Friday we looked at callbacks. I looked at promises. I looked at promises and callbacks. So the last bit of it is just async and await. Okay, and if you want to know more about async and await, before then I begin showing async and await. Okay, you can just go ahead and go to async, just async, okay, and await. Just go MDN will give you the MDN will give you this. Okay, so async and await is ES7, so it's not ES6. Okay, that is ES 2017, which is ES7. Okay, and beyond. Okay, and this is async function is a function declared with async keyword. Async functions are okay. So async instead of async function constructor, this async function is an ES7 feature constructor, and await keyword is permitted within them. The async and await keyword enables asynchronous promise-based behavior to be written in a cleaner style, avoiding need to explicitly configure promise chain. Okay, so to avoid .then, .catch, all that. Okay, together, and they show you an example part, because this is an example part of a synchronous event. Okay, which is a function say resolve after 25 seconds. If you return a promise, then to set a time up, set time out, then to resolve after 200 seconds. Okay, then when you call async, you just say async, then the function name, then because it's async, then you call the function keyword, then async, then this is a function name. Okay, then of course you can try at the beginning later, yes, console at the beginning, then you call your await, so await will resolve. Okay, so I saying resolve await until this has resolved together. Since here resolve this function, then you can log out the result. Okay, let's go at it, okay, real quick, because sometimes it gets confusing when just reading this. Okay, and you doing it in action. Okay, so I'm going to bring up this code. Hope you remember what we did last Friday. Hope you didn't forget. Okay, of course I'm going to pull up this. How do I say this? Because probably this exercise. So last Friday, last Friday we looked at making a simple loop. Okay, in the synchronous nature. Okay, real quick, and then you show what it last Friday. Yeah, there. Okay, and it wait for like 5 seconds, then 2 seconds I think. Then to show us how to do 1, to do 2, to do 3, and to do 4. Okay, and we had said our to do 4. This to do 4 here was created here. Okay, together you created our to do 4. asynchronous together. Hope if you're there, or you can't hear me. Oh, sorry about that. Thanks for that. Turned off. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Good. I think it's back on. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's continue. Okay. Let me repeat what I did. Okay. So, last time we looked at promises, looked at callbacks, looked at callbacks and promises. Okay. And I told you that with promises and callbacks, they allow us to use asynchronous JavaScript, also deal with asynchronous nature of how servers run. Okay, so we looked at how to make a promise together. We looked at how to resolve a promise together. We looked at how to catch an error with a promise. Okay, so we looked at how to make a callback, how to write callback functions. Okay, and how to resolve callback functions together. And today, as well as look at async and await. Okay, and async and await, according to the documentation, or according to the creators who made async and await, okay, is quite simple. It just allows us to write asynchronous JavaScript, but without having to have maybe chaining .then, okay, not having to say .then, not catch. Okay, that will be you write your code in a synchronous nature, but to act as synchronous. Okay, together. So the nature of you writing asynchronous functions using async and await, quite simple. You use the async keyword together. And remember, async and await is ES7. Okay, so it's ES 2017. Okay, it's ES7. It's a bit weird naming, okay, but it's ECMAScript ECMAScript which was released in 2017. Okay, and it's one of the things which I really like. Okay, as a developer, I find it quite convenient for me to use async and me using promises with .then, .catch, okay, because it makes your code more neat, okay, and better. And that's why I say it's written in a cleaner, avoiding to explicitly configure promise chains. Okay, for example, in our case here, last time, and yes, okay, you can look at our promise viewers, which was here together. Then yes, okay. So this is how. Okay, so from line 8 to line 17. This is a synchronous nature of create or displaying to do together. So from line 31, line 35, you can see we're having, you're saying create to do .then then you are passing in a callback function which is display to do's, then all this. Okay, to avoid having to pass in callbacks and all that. Okay, you can use async and await together. So in our example here, okay, you can see, let's first go back to our app here together. You can see wait for it and see, okay, 1, 2, 3, okay, 4. You can see our to do 4 is created, okay, using here, okay, it's created here. Okay, that's why we create our to do 4. B for another to do, okay, to do 5. Okay, I'll copy this up, okay, come here down, then I'll say to do 5, okay, like that. Okay, then I'll save this, then do refresh, I think, then you'll see to do 5. Okay, although I'm having some errors because I'm calling to do display to do so many times. Okay, but let's move this over here. Let's go Ctrl Z. Let's go here at the end here. Okay, when you get one, just move it from the top here. Okay, Ctrl save. Okay, so you can see we are having to do. Wait for it. To do 1, to do 2, to do 3, to do 4, to do 5, to do 4 again, because I think I'm calling this twice. Okay, which is okay. Okay, and yeah, which is okay here. But let me just move this because I need to go it once. Okay, move this one here. To be a bit, because I think it's supposed to stop here. So I think up to here. There, good, yeah. Processor has to go, good. So I need to call display to do here once, okay? Display to do just once here, yeah. Good, like that. Hope you're with me. So here I'm creating, although this is redundant, but I should work with a form, but now so I don't want to create a form, okay? So here I'm saying I'm creating a to do 4, you have to do 5 together. So let's refresh this, let's save this, then it should refresh automatically. Then I'm having to do 1, to do 2, to do 3, to do 4, to do 5 together. This is how I'm creating my to do's, okay? Manually changing them with JavaScript code, okay? But in your case, maybe if you could have to do, you can also create a form, okay? But now I'm putting them manually here using the create to do function, okay? Which you will just go and say, give it an ID and pass in the name, okay, which is the name here, okay? So let me create another to do, which is using async and await, okay? We're gonna see how easy it is, okay, to create a to do, okay? So in my case, maybe, so instead of me going and say create to do dot then, okay, then display to do, okay? I simply do one thing, okay? I will just create a function, which will be asynchronous, okay? So I will say function, okay? No, sorry, I will say const, okay? Together. Then have a name of the function, which is maybe, let's call it display, okay? Or let's play because right now what I'm seeing is the create to do is what is the, let me see, because the create to do here is one which is our promise together. That means when calling this create to do, that's when I need what to pass in should be synchronous, okay? So I just need to just come and say const, okay? Let's call a function is called let's call it maybe our to do's, yes, our name, okay, our to do's, okay? This is a bit weird, okay? And if I go wrong, feel free to correct me, okay? Because it was already large, okay? So I say async, okay, be like that. I just write async on async, then I'll pass. Yeah, just that, okay? This is how I think you write asynchronous functions using ES6, okay? Yeah, it can be like that, but you can also do a function, async, okay, you do async, like that, and you do a function together. You are doing maybe ES5 function based, so like that, okay? The name of the function, then this is first do it this way before you do other functions to avoid the confusion, okay? Remove this name. Now this is how you write an async function using the function keyword, okay? But I think this is how you write asynchronous function using arrow method, okay? Arrow function. You say const, okay? Then you say the function name, which is our to do's, okay? To then you equals to async oh, okay, async, okay, like that. Then pass an arrow here, okay? Just that, okay? It's only show you the difference, but let's first use the one on the top, okay? One on the top here. Then with this function is about do's, you can just do this, okay? You can just say let, okay? Let to do, which is our new to do, which will be created, okay? Equals to, okay? You say create to do, together. And the create to do takes in two things, takes in an object, okay, with an ID, okay, beside ID of let's say 30, no, 20, okay. Then you have the name, okay? A bit confusing, but I hope it's to do 7, okay, like that, okay. Then to make sure that this is an asynchronous event, okay, just pass here the await, okay, await keyword, await, okay. Just the way that I did it, okay. I say this is another example, okay. I say I wait, okay, you wait, call this function together. Then after, so you wait for it to resolve, okay. Same case here. I don't need what to mind about the then dot cache together. Here say let to do equals to this to do together. Then it will give me this data. Okay, I can say maybe console. Okay, console to log. Okay, or log out. Maybe the to do. Okay. After maybe look at the to do, maybe I can say I'll call here display to do's. Okay, like that. Okay. Then of course here I will remove this from here. Whereas it works the same way. I know it's confusing at the beginning, but if you research, it will be a bit kind of easy to understand. Okay, do the name service, and you'll see. Wait, what happened? Console. Okay. Was there an error? Let's refresh one more time. Let's see. There shouldn't be an error. And what are they saying? Console. Because I'm saying okay, I haven't called a function out of those. Should be called here out of those here. Our to those like that. And it should wait for some time to resolve all the functions. And yeah, good. Okay, such a weird thing, but it works. Okay, and you can see this. I hope maybe a sequence size here. You can see a bit better. You can see this to do. Okay, this to do here is line 49, which is here line 49. Okay, just here together. Yeah, and I know this is a bit confusing, but once you understand this, async and await, things will be there for you. Okay, but if you feel like you didn't understand, okay, async and await, still I'll share some resources at the end of today to understand these two things. Okay, async and await, and also understand more promises. Okay, yeah. So if you have questions on what I said, feel free to ask me. Okay, remember you can always change this async and await to use other functions, but for now let's just keep it like that. Okay, keep it as simple as that. So if you have questions, please feel free to fire before I close the session. Just asking about polyphase. Yeah, we'll look at them, but know that most of this functionality that's happening right now, like maybe async and await, all that. I know this is like ES17, which is the US most bleeding edge JavaScript. This is like is quite bleeding edge, but to account for browser compatibility, most browsers are shifting to Chromium. So even like the edge is shifting to Chromium, so the support is quite there. Okay, support is almost there, but still, if you feel like you want to fill them, you can, to make your life easy, you can use a bundler. Okay, or yeah, bundler, or Paso, say, or Babel, to convert all that to use ES5. Because I think with if you are using Babel, you can convert all your code to ES5. Okay, but to see work out. Okay, hopefully I have answered your question. I'm talking about the right thing. So yeah, and don't worry about some of the things like async and await. Async and await is a new feature, but Chrome, which is actually Chrome, not Chrome, but Chromium, the V8 engine supports it. Okay, and you can say almost like 80%, close to 90% of all browsers on the web, the new browsers, are using what? Are using ES6. They're using ES6 features. Okay, most of them. Okay, the V8 engine, which is foundation of most browsers, uses the new features. So the need for polyfill is quite becoming less and less for you to write polyfill and try to fill in code which is not working. So that's why sometimes I don't actually intend to teach you things like, okay, but let's convert this to no, don't need to convert. I need to look at the new JavaScript, because that's what I will be shifting. That's why I'm not telling you that's what is var, because var is what is ES5 and below. So I can't use var. Another question apart from that? Oh wait, maybe not like. Sorry. Have I asked the question, Joel, or maybe haven't? Yeah, that's good. So for your homework, still I'll post the same thing in the chat. Yeah, you're right. So you just force the user to get a new browser. That's better. You don't have to always depend on old things. You can't always depend on Internet Explorer, because it works, but it's a bit old. So we have to look at the new technologies. So that's better. Okay, that's where we're going. Yeah, and most of the apps you're going to be building, the web apps. So they don't need the browser, like they don't need old things. Okay, they're going to be building the new stuff which is supported by the new browsers. Okay, and there's much security when you have newer technologies. Okay, but if you need to do like to convert things to ES6, there's some nice applications which help you that. Some nice packages like